With stations of KUAM, proud sponsor of the 12th Festival of Pacific Arts, Guam 2016. What we own, what we have, what we share, united voice of the Pacific.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia for over 75 years. Matson Navigation, proud sponsor of FestPac 2016. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar, and King's Restaurant.
Coming up on Primetime, one family down south says they got a beatdown by local law enforcers, and a former police officer loses his appeal on a drug conviction. Also tonight, another batch of tax refunds are ready to be mailed out tomorrow. We'll tell you that story coming right up. Good evening, Guam. I'm Jason Salas, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, you will see the bruises and blood that one Agate family alleges they received from masked authorities who raided their home early Wednesday morning. After filing a complaint with their nearest police precinct, the family took to social media to tell their story. Here's Crystal Paco.
It felt like a scene from the movies.
They came in, they kicked in the door, they started yelling, "Get on the ground, get on the ground."
Agate resident Nobert Charfaris was sleeping when he and his family alleged they received a rude awakening by roughly 10 masked law enforcement officials executing an arrest warrant early Wednesday morning. Charfaris' younger brother Ryan and their mother Janice Tahaji were also in the home.
I put my hands up to show them, that I ain't resisting, or anything. So one officer grabs my hands and another comes right behind him with his gun, and he hits me in the top of my head with the barrel of the gun. And then after that, they grab me and they throw me to the ground. And after they throw me to the ground, they put my hands behind my back and they start beating me. They start hitting me with the butt of their gun.
He came up to me and he pointed his gun straight to my head where they had gave me a bruise already, and he pushed the gun on my head and he was telling me to shut up because I'm a criminal.
While police brutality has been a hot topic in the States, Tahaji can't believe it's hitting so close to home.
I don't believe that it's happening here in our home, and I'm just so disappointed at them because we put our trust in them to protect us, not to brutalize us the way they did yesterday. We were treated like criminals.
The family tells KUAM the arrest warrant was for their brother, Naki. 18-year-old Naki Charfaris was found outside the Agate home and was arrested and charged with burglary and theft, both as second-degree felonies. According to court documents, Naki reportedly admitted to police that he used a metal bat to pry open the men's restroom window at the Marina Grill in Agate late last month. Once inside, he stated he stole $195 from the register and a laptop and cash register, which he threw into the shallow end of the water. The restaurant also reported stolen blank checks. According to Naki, he lost those items. KUAM reached out to different authorities today for comment. According to Deputy U.S. Marshal Mark Patricio, the Tautamono Task Force was not involved in Wednesday's incident. Their mission is to apprehend state, local, and international fugitives. Judiciary of Guam Administrator of the Courts Josh Tenorio also confirms court marshals were not involved in Wednesday's incident. As for the Guam Police Department, they were unavailable for comment as of news time. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Now, just moments ago, Guam Police Department spokesperson Officer Paul Tapao issued a release stating the complaint was received by GPD's Southern Precinct. The incident was documented and forwarded to the Internal Affairs section as part of the administrative preliminary investigation. Well, a man believed to be a Texas fugitive has been exonerated and released. 22-year-old Anthony Castañeda moved back to Guam last year to be with family, and late last month he was arrested on sexual assault charges out of the Lone Star State. A governor's warrant was needed to extradite him, but none was obtained as of today. As a result, Judge James Canto ordered the case to be dropped and for Castañeda to be released. Well, a former cop accused in a drug scheme has lost his appeal with the Supreme Court. In an opinion issued Thursday, justices affirmed the conviction of Roy Keith Pablo. He appealed on grounds of ineffective assistance of counsel, specifically that his defense attorney, Terrence Timblin, failed to object to hearsay. KUAM News files show Pablo admitted to knowing his common-law wife, Arun Kim, dealt drugs from their home in Dedido and that he turned a blind eye to the transaction whose profits helped to pay their utility bills. A Superior Court jury found him guilty on drug charges in addition to the guilty plea he took for official misconduct. He was sentenced to 8 years behind bars with credit for time served. Well, in more positive news, another batch of tax refunds is set to be mailed out on Friday. The Department of Administration confirms that $2.4 million in refunds will be mailed out for error-free returns filed up to January 21st. This represents over 600 checks and the second batch of refunds to be paid out for this tax year. Last week, the first batch of refunds totaling some $3.8 million were paid out. For the time being, what does this mean for the confirmation of Acting DOE Director Christine Biletto? Earlier this month, you may recall, Senator Michael Sinicolas issued a release saying he would not conduct a confirmation hearing for Biletto until she followed through with the law and funds were deposited into the tax refund account. At the time, the account was short about $21 million, and the senator says once that amount has been paid out, he is committed to holding a hearing for Biletto. Well, just as the presidential primaries heat up across the nation, Governor Calvo is giving his support to one candidate seeking the Republican nomination. This week, Governor Calvo called into the radio show Today's Talk with morning host Bob Schmidt in Wisconsin ahead of the April 5th state primary. Calvo not only discussed Guam's relationship with the feds and policies affecting our island, but his unabashed support of Texas Senator Ted Cruz and his policies.
They do not correspond. As a matter of fact, every act from Washington usually, whether it's an unfunded mandate, a regulatory, a new edict, a new tax, whatever that policy is, usually has a detrimental impact for many communities. But be it as the issues that have occurred in Brussels, I wanted to turn a little bit towards the issue of security and why I believe Senator Ted Cruz is the best man for the job.
While Calvo's already given his support to Cruz, the rest of the party is still in caucus determining which candidates will receive their delegate votes. In other news, the first meetings have been set for a voter initiative plan for this upcoming general election. And the Citizens for Public Accountability organization is behind the voter initiative to roll back raises for elected officials to their 2014 levels and make any future pay raises subject to a referendum. Spokesman Ken Longuerel says the first presentation is set before the Rotary Club of Northern Guam on April the 6th at high noon at the Fiesta Resort. The first village meeting will be held at the Santa Rita Senior Citizen Center on April 13th at 6:30 p.m. Longuerel says the initiative is still being drafted. Election laws require that even before petitions are distributed, 10 village meetings must be held, with at least 6 in the most populous villages by voters. Based off the last election, the 6 villages are Dedido, Jigo, Tumuning, Mingilao, Barragata, and Jotnya. Leon Guerrero says the group's goal is to have a total of 25 to 30 meetings with a minimum of at least 1 in every village of Guam. Well, the Guam Memorial Hospital and the Government of Guam Retirement Fund will no longer be going to court. According to Hospital Chief Executive Officer Peter John Camacho, although the fund's Board of Trustees had previously voted to file a writ of mandamus against GMH, it's since come to an agreement with Fund Director Paula Blas.
We, offered some options that we'd asked for them to consider. She took that information back to her board, and when they met, they reviewed what we were asking and came back to us and said, okay, we'll go ahead and we'll do, we'll see what will happen with the proposal that you've done. So far,
he said so far GMH has made good on its agreement. The terms include a $1.3 million payment made to the fund, a $500,000 payment every month, as well as meeting payment obligations every payroll. GMH has $26 million in vendor payables, $3.7 million of which are owed to the fund. Well, after several roundtables over the past year, it appears a final draft is close to completion for a proposed hybrid retirement plan. Representatives from the retirement fund and other stakeholders met Wednesday discussing the Vice Speaker's bill that was first introduced back in January of 2015. Many new additions were at the suggestion of Senator Michael Sinicolas for the latest round of what to do about GovGuam retirement.
I really think actually that we've compromised a great deal. On one end, we had the retirement fund come to the table with a hybrid proposal, and that was it. And on the other end, we kind of came up with, we initially said we wanted a Social Security methodology, but we're compromising now to a cash balance methodology. And then instead of it being an all or nothing on either end, we have an understanding that perhaps a hybrid for existing employees and a cash balance for all new employees going forward. I think that represents a huge compromise on both sides.
Many of the changes were derived from the Guam Retirement Security Act, which Senator Sinicolas drafted, and would allow for a clear path to Social Security. Another roundtable has been set for next month. And more news is coming up. Please stay tuned. Primetime continues right after this.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment, no more long lines, and you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Love Cafe owner Cindy Tucker was walking in Agana last summer when she slipped into a hole and suffered a serious wound that would not heal.
The wound was on my left shin. It got pretty bad. I essentially had a hole in my leg. Complications, infection, and we just couldn't get it to heal for about 3 weeks. Saw Dr. Acuna. She got it to start healing within a week. She's very personable. She actually spends time with you. I think she's a rock star as far as taking care of her patients. She is top notch. Definitely recommend it to anyone who has a wound that won't heal, whether they need hyperbaric or just some intense care. Dr. Acuna is the lady to go see.
A Joint Commission accredited hospital where you're covered by Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, as well as Select Care, Stay Well, and Netcare. GRMC, where patients are partners.
Do you work hard and need to get away? Then play Micronesia Mall's Drive Away Getaway game and you could win 3 Nissan car driveaways, plus 30 getaways to Manila on Philippine Airlines. Just present mall receipts to enter and win the Nissan Rogue Beach Package, the sizzling Sentra SR, the Rogue Sport Package, plus great instant prizes from Burger King and Foot Locker. Shop and win more cars, trips, and prizes when you play Micronesia Mall's Drive Away Getaway game.
Spin into spring with Triple J Auto Group. Spin to win cash. Kmart, Home Depot, Micronesia Mall gift certificates, and more. Get unbelievable deals in all 2015 and 2016 models. Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $98 per paycheck, and used cars as low as $85 per paycheck. Now's the time to buy during Triple J's Spin into Spring sales event. Get pre-approved instantly at carsquam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Welcome back, everybody. And $4 million worth of research funding will soon be flowing into the University of Guam as it works to better understand cancers relative to our community. Isa Baza has more.
It's one of the leading causes of death on island. In fact, one person in Guam dies from cancer every 2 to 3 days.
This kind of research that we're doing now, we're going to get the equipment, we're going to be able to do DNA testing, we're going to be able to collect samples, and we're going to be able to do the analysis here on Guam and make contributions, not only to the improvement of our lives, but in contributions to research worldwide.
Thanks to $4.5 million in U54 grant funding, the University of Guam, in partnership with the University of Hawaii, plan to take the lead in studying cancers relevant to Guam and the region. UOG hosted a series of meetings this week to determine what research proposals to prioritize in the next 5 years. UOG President Dr. Robert Underwood.
So the projects that are being reviewed and in a sense encouraged and approved are related to betel nut, use of betel nut, some on tracking cervical cancer, and a little bit on breast density, but that's an iffy project right now. And what the National Cancer Institute wants to do is to provide an opportunity to do research on cancer that will not be done anywhere else in the world.
BeetleNet research will likely be prioritized because of its increasing consumption throughout Guam and Micronesia. Underwood added that cervical cancer in particular is common in Pacific Island women and is one of the most preventable forms of the disease. With further study, he hopes researchers will impact immunization and public health practices.
Of course, one of the goals of the University of Guam is to make an impact on the lives of people in Guam and Micronesia.
Lastly, the grant creates a pipeline of researchers by funding graduate-level opportunities for Guam students. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
East of the Guam Waterworks Authority will break ground next week on one of the largest capital improvement projects in years for southern Guam. CCU Chairman Joey Dueña says work will finally begin on the $60 million Agate Santa Rita wastewater treatment plant.
It'll improve service for the South, and it'll clean our ocean. And the other thing is it also will teach us the new technology of secondary treatment as we move forward. And if the military buildup does allow us to take Northern Treatment Plant up to secondary, this will be the training ground of our new workers as they move in to secondary treatment.
GWA has borrowed some $600 million to pay for the overhaul of its largely antiquated system. The improvements follow a federal court order of more than a decade ago to comply with U.S. EPA standards. Well, set to become one of the longest-running Guam Department of Education superintendents, John Fernandez spoke before the Rotary Club of Guam today, outlining his goals for the next 4 years for island education. And his top 3 priorities include improving teaching and learning, college as well as career readiness, and campus facilities. He said the list of challenges facing DOE is nothing compared to the rewards, the students who will become the backbone of our society.
When I asked, when was the last time, and it had been a couple years. What we're talking about is a workforce, what we're talking about is leadership, what we're talking about is civic participation, and we really are talking about the future of this island.
Specific issues he hopes to tackle include teacher shortages, reducing the number of DOE graduates placed in remedial college courses, as well as dilapidated school facilities. While the $100 million request for proposal to renovate schools beginning with Sanchez High continues to be negotiated by Public Works and the RFP's highest bidder. After 2 years in the making, talks stalled in January after Cortec International filed a protest. That was subsequently denied, meaning both parties are now back at the negotiating table. DPW Deputy Director Felix Beneventi said, quote, "Rest assured that the negotiating team is diligently moving forward to a timely conclusion." And in other news tonight, all students and employees at the University of Guam are now required to take annual sexual misconduct training. Students must complete the online course before they can register for classes, and to do so, to register for the training, students need a UOG ID and a Moodle account. As for staffers, they must also take online training once a year and will also receive live training the week of April 25th. For more information about UOG's sexual misconduct policy, you can visit www.uog.edu/helpme, or for information about the training, call 735-2202. In business headlines tonight, the nominees for the coveted 2016 Businesswoman of the Year Magahaga Award have been announced. The shortlist for the 11th award is a distinguished roster of outstanding women in leadership roles in the private sector locally and in Saipan. Now the nominees are Jessica Barrett from Barrett Plumbing, Eleanor Cabrera from Naked Fish Bar and Grill, Wendy Herring, the general manager of the Canoa Resort Saipan. Also nominated are women within the healthcare field, those being Dr. Yit Galam, the president and medical director of Express Care Health and Skin Center, and general manager of Marianas Medical Center, Pali Mazga. Finally, Donna Munya Kanata with Guam Autospot and Sophia Chu Wigston, the GM of the Hyatt Regency Guam, have been nominated for the prestigious honor. It'll be presented on April 30th at the Hyatt. Well, please stay tuned, everybody. Chris Barnett has your rundown in island sports. That is coming right up.
Hurry in to the GTA Smartphone Super Sale event. We've dropped our prices on our most popular smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, starting at $49. Save up to $300 on the S6 Edge Plus and Galaxy Note 5.
Or get the Galaxy S6 starting at free. But that's not all. Find more amazing deals on your favorite devices at the GTA Smartphone Super Sale event. Check us out before it's too late. GTA, your island, your network.
Shell's Million Miles giveaway is back, and we're giving 100,000 United Mileage Plus miles to 10 lucky winners. So how do you make your getaway? Just use your Lucky 7 card when you fuel up with 7 gallons or more, and you're automatically entered to win. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start planning your new adventure. No purchase necessary. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Building the only trucks with the best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, and best payload takes guts. Overcoming any obstacle, that's the glory. Get a great deal on the trucks that give you both during Ram Truck Month.
Insure your auto or home with Alpha Insurers and get more chances to win awesome prizes with Alpha's Switch, Spin, and Win. Alpha Insurers will draw 3 winners every week and 1 monthly grand prize winner to spin Alpha's prize wheel for a chance to win an iPad mini, flat screen TV, gas cards, and so much more. Just switch or renew your auto or home insurance with Alpha Insurers and you automatically qualify. It's that easy. Call 477-8701 or 637-8833 for more details, and you could be a winner for Alpha's Switch, Spin, and Win.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Ariola at 472-6114.
When you come to Chuck E. Cheese's, you can see what's new.
New fun! New games! New cousins!
What's new?
New awesomeness!
Where a kid can't be a kid.
What AutoSpot in-house financing means to you is 3 simple benefits to buying a car: lower interest rates, flexible financing, and lower monthly payments. Yes, AutoSpot in-house financing brings mainland programs for island living. Whether you want to finance your new GMC, Buick, or Mitsubishi, AutoSpot can help you find the right monthly payment to fit your budget. Click on GuamAutospot.com or call 478-AUTO. You'll be amazed what we can do. Visit us today.
Up at Guam, Chris Barnett with sports, and the show tonight so big. I'm talking big like the Easter Bunny's ear. So let's hop on over to the Tamuning Gym for some youth basketball. It was B-ballers, small and tall, as the Bank of Guam Easter break youth basketball camp gets underway at the Tamuning Gym, featuring players from San Francisco and the PI College All-Stars towering over the little children's. With the shortest visiting camp coach measuring 6'7", the guys definitely took some time to score some big and tall gear, according to Christian Kakonda, a 6'10" forward who plays for the University of Santo Tomas in the Philippines.
Finding the big size is so hard to find the big size like the big man and PI. So here it's so easy, and every time we're doing the shopping.
The camp for ages 6 to 14 stresses fundamentals, team building skills, and tournament play, with instruction from a truly international squad of coaches, as their experience in playing hoops stretches across the globe, from the Congo and Africa to Kosovo to Cameroon, El Salvador, Spain, and yes, the Philippines. And although they've been around the world, Mustafa Arafat, a 6'7" forward from Cameroon, says there's no place like Guam.
Oh my God, so good. I can say really, really good, but it's super duper good. Food, people, yeah, fresh air, everything is good, man.
And having come from playing high-level basketball, Kakonda says he sees a lot of potential in the little kids at the camp.
They like to play basketball. That's why I like them. And we come every morning, have fun with them, just practice with them.
Now, the aim of the camp, according to organizer Elsa Ujoa, was to not only teach kids hoops fundamentals, but to expose them to different cultures they wouldn't normally encounter all the way out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And it was definitely cute to see how the kids couldn't get over how tall their coaches were. And these coaches definitely had some big advice for the kids.
My dad passed away like 3 years ago. So I made a promise. I told him, okay, I'm going to get my degree. And then once I get my degree, so I'm going to focus on basketball, education first. Then you're going to planning for basketball or, I don't know, another future. But first, education.
Hey, still a day of camp left, so call 646-5211 or email guambasketball@yahoo.com. Or, of course, swing by the Tamuning Gym to meet these gentle giants. I'm sure they gladly trade a selfie with you. As nice as these guys are, that's no tall order. The second annual Father Duenas Alumni Maroon Jacket Golf Tournament ready to hit the links Saturday at Starts Golf Course, organized by FD's class of 1985. And the big question going in is, will the Maroon Jackets stay with Dr. John Figuerer and Phil Santos, or will some other dynamic duo claim the tournament's top prize?
And, everyone's vying for the Maroon Jacket, just bragging rights. And, if you're an FD alumni or, everyone wants to go ahead and kind of put their 2 cents worth and say, hey, I want to go ahead and claim the jacket this year.
With entries accepted up until the 11 o'clock showtime Saturday at $125 a person or $250 a team, and already nearly 100 signed up for the high noon tea time, FD's various scholarship programs may be hitting the jackpot.
At the very end of the day, it's all worth it because, again, most of the proceeds are going back to the school to help fund a scholarship. And then also some of the money is going to be used to help with the FDA, the Father Duenas Alumni Association, as well as the newly formed John Forbes Endowment Foundation.
With sponsors and alumni shaking the tree for raffle prizes to include $10,000 for one hole-in-one and a new car for the other, look for big-time swag Saturday.
The best way for you to go ahead and find out what the prizes are is come out and support the golf tournament, and so you can go ahead and see firsthand.
Format for the second annual Maroon Jacket Tournament is two-man modified Callaway. And in order to win the Maroon Jacket, you must be an FD alum paired with another alum who graduated 2 years before or after you. So, may the best Friar win. All right. Hey, you guys have a great Holy Thursday, Batman. And remember, anything sports, hit up our sports director, Dave Delgado, on the EM, that show at KUAM.com. Remember that show without the W, but you know me. I hope you get that W. My name is Chris Barnett. Keep on shining, Guam. Adios.
These used cars are Nissan certified, and let me show you why I stand behind every used car that we sell. First, our certified technicians inspect every used car to make sure it's safe, reliable, and mechanically sound. Then any scratches and dings are given first-class treatment at our body shop. And after thorough detailing inside and out, the car is ready for sale. At a price that's always below Blue Book. That makes Nissan used cars your best buy.
In life, we all face different challenges.
Some make you stronger.
Others make you bolder and better. It's all about how you face your race.
The path you take and the steps you make.
Whether you sprint through life
or take a slower pace.
At the 2016 Guam International Marathon,
whatever challenge you choose,
from start to finish,
it's a one big half-a-day experience.
Take the GIM challenge. Register today.
Tourism. It's our #1 industry. As Guam's largest employer, tourism supports 20,000 jobs. In fact, 1 out of every 3 jobs is tourism related. Annually, tourism generates over $150 million in tax revenue. Without it, every household would pay an additional $3,100 per year. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
You know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hotcakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's has thrown away those rules and opened a new world of possibilities. Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish. No way. Yes way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
For this week's episode of A Touch of Class, Jonah Goncharfers takes us back to Upi Elementary School.
A Touch of Class. Brought to you by Devondale Dairy Goodness. Distributed on Guam by Market Wholesale.
So here are our comprehension strategies that we want to incorporate when we're reading a story.
Griselle Canar has been teaching for 22 years. She says inspiration came from her mother, an educator.
My mother always brought us to her school. So just seeing that teaching and learning process, I think motivated me that teaching is fun.
As well as a vivid imagination.
We both played teacher all the time when we were growing up. So that's when I wanted to become a teacher. I think my personality fits well more with elementary.
For the past 2 years, she has been teaching 3rd grade at the home of the Tututs. She says being animated while teaching lessons helps keep her students engaged and eager to learn more.
I know that that's very engaging to younger students. I try to put in sense of humor. I try to be very energetic because that keeps the students interested.
Like many teachers, Canar, who is also a DOE Teacher of the Year finalist, finds simple reminders of what made her fall in love with teaching every day.
Give them that support, and then they finally start to read or do their math facts. Just seeing them grow, that really, really stands out for me as the best reward for teaching.
As for what she hopes to instill in her 3rd graders once they leave her classroom,
I always tell my students that in this class, we learn like champions. So they know that we don't waste time in this class. So that's what I really want them to take away from 3rd grade from this class, is that they have to have that love for learning, and that learning will really help them to get to be successful in life and to be able to follow their dreams. They have to really love learning, and they have to work hard.
With this week's Touch of Class, I'm Jonah Goncharfers.
A Touch of Class. Brought to you by Devondale Dairy Goodness. Distributed on Guam by Market Wholesale.
You know what time it is? It is time where we say happy birthday to your favorite Guamanians, our favorite Guamanians, and the Cold Stone Creamery's birthday club's favorite Guamanians. Family and friends are wishing and praying that Jarius gets everything he desires. They say you never have to look down and always aim high. Happy birthday, kid, and stay blessed in life. Very, very nice. Also, happy birthday number 12 goes out to Jonette Duenas this evening. It's also the birthday for Melina Perez. This is coming from your boyfriend, Eric, who says, I love you so very much. Also, happy birthday to Teina Mesa. This is coming from your familia. And happy birthday, belated birthday wishes tonight go to Dave Hernandez from your family. Make sure to go online and register. KUAM.com is the URL. Go there, send us your name, send us the picture, and then tune in, and we will wish a happy birthday to someone you care about. All right, stay tuned. In the Mix coming up next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&D.
In the Mix is presented by Tama Takoyaki Cafe. Located in between Guam Reef and Westin Hotel in Tumon, call them today at 648-TAMA. Hawfade Guam, welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm Jonah Goncharfers. Thanks so much for tuning in. A great show lined up for you this evening. Coming up, I introduce you to local business Bonita Baby, specializing in essential baby items and apparel. A little bit later in KUAM Connections, we take a look at NBC's newest medical drama, Heartbeat. And we close out the show tonight with music from Austin Saralou. But first things first, she's a professional dancer with Guam roots. Here's more on 25-year-old Jaylene Mendoza. Make no mistake, Guam has talent. Take, for example, 25-year-old Jaylene Mendoza. Mendoza, whose mom is originally from Chalampago, is making waves as a professional dancer. Born and raised in California, she stayed on Guam briefly when she was younger before moving back to California, but says all of her family on her mom's side still reside on Guam. Currently residing in North Hollywood, Mendoza has been busy with an array of dance projects. She adds dance was something introduced to her at a young age.
Growing up, my uncle owned a halal, so I started doing Tahitian when I was like 5. From there, performing, I just realized that I loved performing and entertaining.
It was when she attended her first concert when she realized she wanted to go farther with dance.
A boy band called B2K, so random. But when we went there for my birthday when I was 13, I realized that I was only watching the backup dancers. There's 4 guys on stage, and out of all those guys that I usually would love to watch, I was watching the girl backup dancer. So at that moment, I was like, oh, that's what I want to do.
After much convincing, Mendoza's mom enrolled her into hip-hop classes.
From there, I did jazz. I trained technique, jazz, ballet, tap, lyrical, all those styles. But I mostly focus on hip-hop now.
She describes her dance style as island-influenced.
Even when I do hip-hop, it's a little different just because of growing up, all we did was listen to island music, So it definitely has more of an island vibe. My style, a lot of hip movements.
By the age of 17, she joined Funk Beyond Control in San Francisco and had a successful competition season with them. After moving to Las Vegas for a few years of training with Culture Shock, she's finally where she's always dreamed of being, doing what she's always dreamed of doing. A professional working dancer in Los Angeles. To date, she says her biggest accomplishment has been working with Pharrell.
The way that happened was so random because I didn't even audition for that job. I auditioned for something else, and the choreographer just happened to be working with him at the time. And so she was like, oh, she looks like she'll be perfect for that crew.
Being part of Pharrell's dance crew has afforded her some incredible opportunities and experiences, from touring all over, performing during the Super Bowl 50 festivities, and even dancing on the Jimmy Fallon Show. And let's keep with talk shows. Mendoza has even appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres Show as a backup dancer for Hilary Duff. Mendoza even made the jump to music videos, appearing in Low from Juicy J featuring Nicki Minaj, Hold You Down from DJ Khaled, and Jason Derulo's Talk Dirty, to name a few. She's also been in commercials for Target and Apple's iPhone 6. So with such an impressive body of work to date, what moment has stood out to her?
Again, dancing with Pharrell, but it was Singapore. We did the Grand Prix show in Singapore. Actually, it was my first show with him, my first tour show with him. And it was a huge stage, and I look out and you can't even see where the audience ends. And that was the first show that I cried at the end too, because it was just overwhelming.
And despite her crazy schedule, she still finds time to teach dance to kids and give back with nonprofit Culture Shock in Las Vegas.
Dance classes are expensive. So the fact that they pay $5 a whole month to learn dance, and I just think that it's great to keep them off the streets and give them an outlet.
Aside from teaching, auditioning for commercials and film, the future looks bright for this star.
You guys will be the first one to know, actually. I just got the call, but supposedly I booked Coachella to be dancing with Major Lazer. So I'm still waiting to get more info on that. That would be coming up in July, so that's one of my next projects.
Knowing that dance is huge on Island, she offers a simple piece of advice.
What I always preach is to genuinely stay true to yourself. I think that's the most important thing, because there have been many videos, many jobs that required me to do something that I did not want to do. And even though I definitely needed the money at that time, I stuck to my gut and I stuck to my morals and how I was raised. And if it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable, then don't even think about taking that job, So it's just really about staying true to yourself, staying true to your heart. And I feel like everything will fall into place.
And of course, she had to make a shout out to her family in Chalampago.
Hopefully, I'll be coming to see you guys soon. I haven't seen any of them for so many years. I'm so grateful for Facebook and Instagram, though, because we still are able to keep in touch with each other. But miss y'all, man.
Don't go anywhere, because when we return, we tell you more about Bonita Baby. You're watching In the Mix.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Hurry in to the GTA Smartphone Super Sale event. We've dropped our prices on our most popular smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge starting at $49. Save up to $300 on the S6 Edge Plus and Galaxy Note 5. Or get the Galaxy S6 starting at free. But that's not all. Find more amazing deals on your favorite devices at the GTA Smartphone Super Sale event. Check us out before it's too late. GTA, your island, your network.
Hafaday, the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association, is celebrating its annual Charity Ball Fund Drive at the Hyatt Regency Guam Grand Ballroom on Saturday, April 23, 2016. This year's theme is Action Meets Compassion, Changing Lives. Please join us and help us raise funds to create an environment for healing and recovery for every patient.
Inarahan Mayor Doris Flores Lujan, Talafalfa Mayor Vicente Taitagui, Foodies, the Guam Visitors Bureau, Takagi and Associates, and Ambrose Incorporated are proud sponsors of the Valley of the Lati River Festival, April 2nd and 3rd, Talafalfa River Valley, river boat rides, animal petting zoo, ancient Chamorro Lati site, over 50 exhibitor booths with food, farm produce, arts and crafts, and more. $20 for adults, $10 for students over 12, kids 11 and under, and seniors 65 and over are free. Advanced ticket sales at all Foodies locations. For info, call 789-3342.
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $11.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like Meat Lovers, Backyard Barbecue Chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $11.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
In the Mix is presented by Tama Takoyaki Cafe. Located in between Guam Reef and Westin Hotel in Tumon, call them today at 648-TAMA.
Hafaday and welcome back. Here at In the Mix, we're all about supporting local. Here's more on Bonita Baby and the amazing and cute items that they specialize in. Bonita Baby is a line of baby essentials and local apparel happily made on Guam. According to owner Jessica Stout, Bonita Baby came into fruition in 2012 after a very special arrival.
Bonita Baby really started after the birth of my youngest daughter, Olivia. I just started to create baby hair accessories for her, and my family really liked it. They loved the pictures of Olivia and her bows and the head wraps that I would make, and that's kind of how I got my start.
She says she slowly started to expand her Bonita Baby line.
I added essential baby items such as baby bibs and organic wooden baby teethers. And around the same time, my brother Joe and I started to collaborate on local designs for t-shirts.
Stout says it was then when her business started to evolve. She found that she had found a niche in local Guam-centric designs that were tailored for that market. With Bonita Baby in place, Stout wanted to make sure that it carried the Guam product seal.
It was very important for me to become a Guam product seal holder and member. The Guam product seal means so much, and it has been so essential to our business. People really like knowing that our products are actually made on the island as opposed to, it being brought in.
She adds that the Guam Economic Development Authority has been nothing but supportive in all of Bonita Baby's endeavors.
The Guam Product Seal team and Gita have been an amazing resource. They support us in so many ways. They constantly keep us in mind for promotions. They are always promoting us on their social media pages. And, I think for any business owner, small business owner, it is imperative that they become, a Guam Product Seal member.
With the line of products to include pillows, apparel, pins, bibs, and more, customers love the fact that designs are one of a kind to the island.
I think our biggest selling design has been our Happy Smilin' Grindin' Kumzu t-shirt. That has been our top seller. And I really love it. And for myself, I'm always trying to think of things that my children would like too. And one of the first times I put the shirt on my son, he actually said, "Mom, I really like this shirt." And I kind of felt like that was the seal of approval.
Like many Guam businesses, Bonita Baby is preparing for the upcoming Festival of the Pacific Arts. This is an opportunity for Stout to showcase what Bonita Baby has to offer.
Making sure we have enough inventory for our t-shirts, for all of our shirts, all the designs that we have, including any of the new designs that we are getting ready to release and promote. For the Bonita Baby side as well, for the Bonita Baby side, I'm definitely trying to stock up on more of our local designed baby items.
And with Easter just a few days away, if you're looking for gift items to make those baskets extra special,
some of the Easter basket items that you can find at our shop at the Guam Art Boutique would be our Guam Seal crayons. We also have our Chamorro alphabet t-shirts. These have actually been a very, very nice seller. And we have pin packs, and we also came out with a line of cards that you can also include in the Easter basket.
Stout is humbled by the support Bonita Baby has received.
The response has been overwhelming. It's been really great. We have seen that our shirts have been well received. Our designs have been sent to people out in the States. We have a really big local following.
In fact, the mother of three says that when she posts new items or designs on her Instagram page, there is an immediate response. As for what the future has in store for Bonita Baby,
we're constantly trying to create new designs. We're always thinking of new designs to put out. We would love to create family t-shirts. That's actually something that we're working on now with our designs as well. And for Bonita Baby, some of the things that I'm currently working on is to try to expand my nursery line. I'd really like to do more baby beanies and swaddle blankets in our, in the local designs that we have, as well as more nursery prints. A year ago, I did the I Love You to the Moon and Back in Chamorro, and that's kind of something that I'd really like to continue to do.
If you would like to pick up some of these adorable Guam-centric products, you can find Bonita Baby at the Guam Art Boutique located in the Chamorro Village. You can also stop on by the Laddie Hut located in the village of the Laddie Adventure Park. You can also shop online at www.etsy.com/shop/Bonita Baby Guam. And for the latest releases and updates, make sure to follow Bonita Baby on Instagram. Stick around because we have KUAM Connections when In the Mix returns.
What's the internet saying about the quesalupa?
I have romantic feelings for the quesalupa. Oh my. Quesalupa for president. I saw a picture of a quesalupa in a newspaper, and it made me pick up a newspaper. Yo, the quesalupa is banking. Yeah. About to ascend to food heaven on the cheese-filled wings of the angels.
Taste what the internet is raving about. The quesalupa from Taco Bell.
Dancing, it's a form of art, vibrant, moving, evolving. With every move, every step, every rhythm, behind every dance is a story of who I am, who we were, and who we are as a community. As Pacific Islanders at the 2016 Festival of the Pacific Arts,
I will share my story.
Building the only trucks with the best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, and best payload takes guts. Overcoming any obstacle, that's the glory. Get a great deal on the trucks that give you both during Ram Truck Month.
In the Mix is presented by Tama Takoyaki Cafe. Located in between Guam Reef and Westin Hotel in Tumon, call them today at 648-TAMA. And we're back. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this week's installment of KUAM Connections, we take a look at NBC's newest medical drama, Heartbeat.
The heart never knows how to beat.
Heartbeat is NBC's new scripted medical drama based on the life and world-renowned career of one of the few female cardiothoracic surgeons in the world, Dr. Kathy Magliato. The unique thing about the new drama is that it incorporates real-life medical situations into the storylines. Dr. Magliato explains.
I wrote a book called Heart Matters, and it was a book initially to really educate women about heart disease. But as I started to create this book, I started adding stories, real stories about patients that I had taken care of, but who had died from heart disease. And wrapped around their stories came my story. So it morphed sort of into a memoir of my life as a female heart surgeon.
Heartbeat follows Dr. Alex Panettiere, played by Melissa George, an outspoken world-renowned heart transplant surgeon and one of the few women in her field.
You find her in the prime of her career, and you also see her with an ex-husband with 2 children who they have a brilliant relationship. She's in love with her fellow doctor at work, and then her mentor comes back 10 years later. So that's the personal side. Professional side of her, she's at the top of her game. She's doing surgeries that nobody will touch.
She revels in a racy personal life that's a full-time job in itself, manages the daily demands of skeptical faculty and dutiful interns, and pushes the boundaries of medical science to impressive new heights.
She's achieving results in this research hospital that nobody in the world can do. And she does that with such tenacity and spunk, really.
Dr. Magliato says that George captures her spirit perfectly, noting that George does a convincing portrayal right down to her facial expressions and emotions.
All of the stories are stories that have occurred in my life, either in present time or in the past. And what's really great is every single character in the show is based on a character that I've either, again, worked with in the past or I'm working with in the present. I don't want to out my current surgical team, but unbeknownst to them, they're in my show.
Dr. Magliato says in doing this, it adds depth to the show and, more importantly, authenticity. She hopes that telling the story that is near and dear to her heart will inspire young women.
And what we're trying to do is provide good role models for young girls. I really believe that girls can't be what they can't see. And what I'm trying to do is inspire young women to go into what we call the STEM fields, which are science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And they simply can't be what they can't see.
In the series premiere, Dr. Alex treats a patient on the airplane who appears to be suffering from fluid buildup around the heart.
This one story about something that really happened to my husband, myself, and my kids on a flight back from a vacation. And so the detail on the microscopic and macroscopic level is critically important to how this all plays out in authenticity.
Dr. Alex needs to stabilize her heart transplant candidate whose own heart is starting to fail. In order to treat her until the donor heart is available, she operates to insert a type of temporary mechanical support for her heart.
It's so beautiful to watch it unfold, but that leap from page to screen is tremendous for me. It's like taking on a new life. It's really unbelievable.
Heartbeat airs Wednesday at 8 p.m. only on NBC TV8. Coming up, we have the music from Austin Saralou. You're watching In the Mix.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
In the Mix is presented by Kama Takoyaki Cafe. Located in between Guam Reef and Westin Hotel in Tumon, call them today at 648 Kama. Well, that's our program. Thank you so much for watching. Now remember, if there's something you'd like to see featured on the show, you can email me at joan@KUAM.com. Now, if you happen to be on Facebook, add us by typing in KUAM in the Mix. You can also find us on Instagram. Use the hashtag #InTheMixGuam. You can also follow me on Snapchat and Periscope at Joan Charfris. Until then, have a great evening. Be safe. Have a great Easter. I will close out the show tonight with music from the talented Austin Saralou. Enjoy and good night.
Tutinai tomorrow Saburi Americano Unetsi au sabunetu Sopa kaila sasnya Upentaga purilumu Agagata na maritu Lasas buat tilung Mampusti tumilung O asuhaw na'y hawli Ay kipindeha Oguhamet tataki Sa tiyo sumunuusaw Sa mampusaw Sa nidosa Ay kipindeha Oguhamet tataki Sa tiyo sumunuusaw Sa mampusaw Sa nidosa May soda, Brian dan Fizoda, Kuatu kau na bumoksa, Betamulin na sintoda, Malepang hauli kustumre, Pagkantodo hiling wahi, Lasas buat tilung, Mampusti tumilung, Bawa suhaw na'y hauli, Ay kipindeha, Oguhamet tataki Sa tiyo sumunuusa Sa mampusaw Anidosa Ay kipindeha Oguhamet tataki Sa sa tiyong sumunuusad sa mampusaw panidosa. Said give me hope, the one now give me hope, the one that give me hope, the one now for him morning come. Yeah, give me hope, the one now give me hope, the one now hope before him morning come. Said give me hope, the one now give me hope, the one that give me hope, the one now for him morning come. Yeah, give me hope, the one now give me hope, the one now hope before him morning come. Wakiana suka daumi tagi pengi pengi uskanya luka miskui alingongu senti malagu oh pero sangot ni tunay deni Wakiana su anu kita nado Noitu kirida, noitu kirida, ikanaimu kapay kokoti, kokota esta ikanataimu. Noitu kirida, noitu kirida, ikanaimu kapay kokoti, kokota esta ikanataimu.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E,